Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome here to Enter the Storm qualifier number 7. I'm Solidic, and today I'm joined by my buddy Forecourt Zoya.
What?
Let me fix that. Man,
What's up?
talk about that was tilting me so hard during the setup where you were able to sing to the stream, and I didn't know what was wrong. I thought the entire stream was trolling me there, man.
Well, I knew. First of all, I sang that song perfectly. Okay? I love Chandelier. And Jake's fiance was singing it with me, so
She was.
we were rocking out. Secondly, we got an exciting tournament today, Jake. This is going to be another one of the qualifiers for Enter the Storm. Now, we'll see a few of the notable teams missing as they have enough points that they feel that they don't need to compete in any of these. But we still got some great teams. Cognitive's playing today. Panda Global, Gale Force Esports, Team Blaze. They're all competing in today's tournament.
And yeah, it's definitely going to be a good one, but it also gives like kind of, you know, when you said the top teams kind of drop out, it gives more opportunity for new teams to make a name for themselves because when the bracket is a little less stacked, upsets can definitely happen. Best of 1 matches until the grand finals. And I'm stoked to see what kind of crazy stress we can see. I mean, we saw some pretty cool games in qualifier number 6 yesterday. We saw Cho'Gall bust out, nearly take a game off Cloud9 from Blaze, and it's very enjoyable to watch that hero, in my opinion. All right, there we go. Fixed your name, Zoya.
Thank you.
We did it. We did it.
Do we have a bracket yet?
It launches at 3 p.m. So
We do. We do have a bracket.
I think the bracket just got published. Now, if
Some of those teams I did talk about are not in this tournament.
yeah, so basically that's why I was holding off on.
Well, you know what, Jake? Okay, Mister.
So this is not even a full bracket.
No,
It's close.
It's close. So no Cognitive or Blaze like I talked about, but we're going to have Panda Global, who is one of the more relevant teams right now in North America. They've been around for about a year now. So really cool to see them here. We got Team Blaze showing up again, getting second place in yesterday's qualifier to Cloud9.
Mm-hmm.
Really close set. And then, of course, Gale Force Esports. But no Cognitive like I talked about.
No Cog, indeed, Reno. Well, we'll be starting in just a moment. We just got to figure out exactly what teams. That's why I'm hiding the webcams. You can see we are now in the 7th out of 8 qualifiers, and that will transition to the double elimination groups, which will go into playoffs after that. So this whole process is winding down as the qualification stage will be ending this weekend.
Yeah.
But let me actually just confirm as to what Zoya. You know what? I'll let you pick. Looking at this bracket. Where would you like to start? Which team would you like to follow? Because we're going to pick a team, essentially, and go with that section of the bracket for the day.
We'll probably just start with Blaze, as they will eventually match up with Panda Global. That'll probably be one of the more exciting matches of the day. And
I'm curious why Panda Global got the bye over Blaze, considering Blaze got second place yesterday. It's interesting to me.
I don't know if it's random seeding or not.
Might be.
Brackets. Might be.
Well, yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's start with Team Blaze. I will let the admins know that is what we want to do.
I don't even see Huge online.
And of course, we'll get that link sent to you guys here right in the chat in just 1 second.
The link sent to you guys in the chat.
And I will update the chat bot. So Zoya, congratulations on being confirmed as one of the casters for North America Regionals, my friend. This is your first major LAN. LAN event, official Blizzard broadcast, and how many years of casting StarCraft 2 and Heroes? Like 4?
Almost 5.
Wow.
I started in 2011. We're getting close to my first ever cast. Almost the 5-year anniversary casting. It's exciting. I've been doing this for a long time, and eventually you start to get a little sad and start to doubting yourself when you've been doing it so long, but we're here.
Feels good, man.
Yay. It's going to be a fun time. Regionals are going to be awesome. 2 of the teams in today's qualifier are playing in regionals, so we get to see a little bit of them beforehand too. We get to see them face off. Hopefully. We'll see.
I hope so, man. I mean,
and this event's going to be awesome. A lot of good teams in it. You never see Bob Ross playing them because they won the last one, so they got top seed, so they're like automatically qualified. I think 2 teams are automatically qualified. I don't know which 2 they are. It's only 14 teams.
Oh, from last season?
Yeah.
I think it's top 2 from last season.
Yeah, I don't remember who got second last season.
It's been a while, man. There's been a lot of events in between.
I know Bob Ross won, but
all right, well,
I don't remember who got second.
We have an update from the admins. Let me just check that out very quickly. All right, and they're just saying GLHF. So yeah, let's just. I think I know I have Huge in my friends list as well.
Yeah, I just messaged Huge.
Okay, there he is.
That's
In
totally
menus.
draft
Yeah,
link.
I just logged in to the game, and we will wait for the draft link from then and start with there. We will be following Huge today in the bracket. Again, the bracket has just been posted in the chat, so be sure to check that out. 16-man bracket. The format for the tournaments here for the qualifiers is it's best of 1 all the way to the grand finals, which is a best of 3 series. So it's very quick. Like I said, it's there. Some kind of unique strategies and specific battlegrounds can catch other teams off guard. Maybe somebody has some crazy Cho'Gall composition like we saw yesterday. You really never know exactly what to expect. Will we see weird things like Tychus or Nazebo? Probably not.
Tychus, I honestly believe this. He's on the verge of being good. Like, maybe not on the verge. I think 1 or 2 tweaks to him and he's good. Like, if you go back and, like, play Tychus and just, like, look at Melting Point, that is still the best talent in the game. That talent
Even
makes
with the
no
nerfs,
sense.
it's so good.
That is it's so good. And his damage is actually pretty good. It's just he's really easy to kill. His heroics don't get the best value anymore. So it's I would love to see Tychus very, very soon.
I saw this was I get a lot of really cool games submitted that I cast on my show that I do a few days a week, Daily Quest, and EduCast is one of the themes where I just commentate replays from Hero League. And I saw a really convincing game. Now, of course, this isn't necessarily a pro replay, but Earthquake with Laser Drill. And it was just annihilating the enemy team, especially late game. So
That's hilarious.
It was kind of weird, of course. It's not definitely something you're going to see a lot of, but small things like that, small synergies that could make something like Laser Drill a little bit better. Like maybe Laser Drill activates much more quickly, or maybe it has like a shield on it, so it's not as so easy to kill. Or can Laser Drill be healed? Can like Medic heal a Laser Drill? Because Medic can heal, like healers can heal a water elemental. But I don't know if a Laser Drill can be healed. So like summons can. But if there was a mechanic where, I mean, you think of Overwatch, you think of Torbjorn. He can heal his turret, and that makes his turret really impactful. Georgeborn, as you like to call him. But if healers, or there's some kind of mechanic where the drill could be sustained through, and it could become a more pivotal part of the fight, that could make Tychus not only interesting, but like a very different hero. Because right now he just kind of feels like, oh yeah, the bad version of Raynor. Cool.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I would like to see some changes to him for sure. Old Odin was so much more fun too, but it was kind of OP. So I understand why they nerfed it, but it was so much more fun.
It was Elevate that got the other spot for ETS.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think that's when... Or was it Elevate, or was it Resurgence? My memory is actually terrible when it comes to events.
No,
like
Resurgence has been playing in these qualifiers, so
okay.
I haven't seen Elevate.
Yeah, I think it was
But
Elevate.
definitely them.
All right, well...
We're getting closer to wrapping up this season, though. Just to look at the current team standings, we have Team Blaze at the top with 40 points. They'll probably be the number one team outside of this. Resurgence is number 2 at 36. Tempest Storm is third with 30. I'm not going to go through all the points, but 2 Art Cog, Cloud9, Panda Global, King of Blades Alpha, THC Black, OVO, and then a bunch of teams below them are currently in the top 14. Those 14 teams will be combined with the 2 teams that with the top 2 from last season, like Jake said, and they'll make 4 groups, 16 teams total, 4 teams per group.
All right, well, we are just waiting for that first draft to begin here. We are in contact with Huge of Team Blaze.
Yeah.
And we'll be going very soon. They're just getting set up with their opposing team. They're actually against THC White. I believe that is the first matchup.
I am giving you the draft link.
Oh, that is the best.
I should probably make it clickable, huh? I'll probably make your life easier.
Oh, man. So handsome. All right, go ahead and tell the players that we are ready to rock and roll whenever.
We are getting ready for that draft. I'm excited. Blaze is hilarious to cast in Best of Ones.
Because they do
They
weird
do-
stuff, man.
They weird stuff, man.
So we'll see exactly what they bust out. I mean, we've seen them run like the Illidan Abathur Rhaegar. We've seen them run the triple ranged. We've seen them run Cho'Gall style with a secondary warrior. We've seen them run Cho'Gall without a secondary warrior. So you really don't know what to expect when you're drafting against them. It's definitely one of the strengths of Blaze, and they're really willing to just mix it up as often as possible, which is definitely it's enjoyable for everyone, I think. It's really fun to watch them play.
If you didn't watch the most recent Enter the Storm, Gilly, we'd had Team Blaze's manager, as well as a few other managers on the show, but she had Team Blaze's manager on, and it was a funny little discussion they had.
I have the Storm. I have the Storm.
Eye on the Storm. I don't know what did I
You
call
said
it?
Enter the Storm. That's this tournament that we're casting.
Oh, Eye on the Storm. Yeah, that's the show that they do. That I have a T-shirt for, ironically. They had Team Blaze's manager on, and he was talking about how, when they were full, just the most cheesiest team on the planet, like top teams just refused to scrim them, and they had to find a little center ground for themselves. Find a nice balance between the two. So now they're still Blaze. They still have their awkward strats and their crazy drafts, but. They're still, they're more well-rounded. Before it was just, let's do what the dumbest things we can possibly think of and catch teams off guard. And now they're a well-rounded team with a nice baseline, and then they add in the craziness afterwards.
Alrighty, well, we're almost ready here. We see one team has hit that ready button. Just one more team needs to do that, and we will be moving forward. Oh, yeah, we're into that map ban phase. Now, just a reminder, guys, Stitches is still banned due to a bug that involves lag from sending out the hook while in the fog of war, but only in custom games and only on certain computers. It's a bug that nobody truly understands, but it is a very real thing, and there's lots of evidence.
I thought it was confirmed that it does happen in Hero League and Quick Match.
Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it does.
Initially I thought it was only custom games, but then when I posted that video, the Reddit thread was just filled with, "This happens in a Quick Match too, oh my god."
Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. Additionally, I will be giving away Magni Muradin bundles after each game. So during the commercial break, if you stick around and you're a follower of the channel, you have a chance to win a free bundle that gives you the hero Muradin and the skin Magni Muradin.
Jake, I'm curious, do you have a higher chance of winning the Magni Muradin skin if you go down below and click the Twitch link that helps you buy a Town Hall Heroes t-shirt?
I wonder if I could make that happen. But maybe.
I wasn't coming up with ideas, Jake. I was just trying to plug our t-shirt, man.
But yes, we are selling Town Hall Heroes t-shirts, which very much supports the show. And subscribers actually do get double luck. So that is a real thing.
Snap.
That is a real thing.
Double luck. Bans, Jake, they are taking their sweet time banning these
Yeah,
maps.
I mean, they're just thinking about, what maps they really don't want to play on. We're down to 4, Dragonshire Guard of Terror, Tomb, and Battlefield of Eternity.
Ugh.
I don't think... I'm feeling it'll either be Tomb or Battlefield for round 1.
Battlefield is a scary map to do a best of one on. It is the most snowbally map in
That's
the pool.
true. That's true. There goes Garden.
Please don't be Dragon. I believe in you guys. Ban Dragonshire.
I don't think it'll be Dragon. I think it'll be Tomb.
It'll be Tomb or Battlefield, probably. Not many teams like Dragon right now. You don't really see it too often anymore.
Well, it's been in there so long. People like new things.
Last 3
There goes
maps.
Battlefield.
Oh, no.
Are we going to 2?
Oh, no.
We're going to 2.
All right, guys. Draft is starting here. THC White with that first pick, first ban on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's see where these guys are going to take these drafts. Drafts is in a currently really cool spot right now. We're seeing a lot of double melee assassin comps. I love this ban from THC White. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall insta ban. Not even going to mess with it. I like that. But the cool thing about this meta right now is we're seeing just so many different styles. We're seeing these stall comps with Lunara. We're seeing these double melee assassin teams. We're seeing Zeratul Thrall in the same game. We're seeing Zeratul Sonya. Illidan's on the rise. The meta is all over the place, and it's going to be fun to cast these games.
yeah, I can't wait to see what we're going to see for the prioritization of Zagara. That first pick here on the side of THC White, they just want that safe bottom laner. Could see Jaina. Thrall makes a lot of sense too because of just they want that solo laner response as well. Thrall's just so very powerful for initiations too, with Sundering, and we're starting to see so many good such good build diversity out of Thrall in general. We're seeing very sustain heavy goes for block and spell shield, and not even really specking into Wind Fury. But we're also seeing the full on late game Wind Fury burst style of play out of Thrall.
THC White going for a December-ish type playstyle that Tempo Storm was running a lot. So Zagara, Tassadar, Zeratul. Zagara, Tass, just really difficult heroes to play against. I mean, you got great consistent damage from Zagara. The shields from Tassadar and the vision he applies is really great. And then, of course, the Zeratul, very abusive. And with a Tassadar, allows you to be more aggressive. Whenever the enemy team does not have a Tassadar, without that vision, you're able to just harass the backline and go for the squishier targets like Jaina. It's going to be a Tyrande ban coming out from Team Blaze, it looks like. Nope. Maybe a Warrior ban? We'll see. What do you think of the change to a Heroes draft, Jake, where you can see what the teams are hovering?
The hover, I think it's really kind of cool, but a lot of teams try to play mind games with it, which is really fun. I enjoy the mind games, but then you have teams like Blaze that just troll the casters.
Yeah,
they just troll the stream.
Yeah, they'll rotate between like Artanis, Brightwing, like this.
But they'll pick Artanis sometimes, which is like really fun. So, well, ETC has been banned out. We do see Blaze wants to trying to get a warrior lock to some form. I don't see the priority of Leoric as a ban. I think that's just a random hover. I think it makes a little bit more sense. Wow. I mean, sure, Leo is good on this map, but over Muradin, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Muradin, definitely gonna be a pick. Oh, this composition from Blaze. This is what I'm talking about. They have their craziness, but then they have drafts like this that's just as abusive as they can get. Lunara's damage is insane. I have a screenshot.
What are we watching?
140. Okay,
Jared,
this is an old school style that Stray fell in love with.
Yeah, but this is a warrior comp.
We used to run this on this map specifically. Tempestorm did it. We did it for a long time, to the point that before at Heroes Rising, this composition was getting banned versus us on this map. We never got to bust it out in a public way, but I have a lot of experience watching this composition because we were running it a lot.
All right,
leading up to Heroes Rising, and then everyone just banned it from us. So it's really strong. The point of it is to just avoid a team fight. You never actually fight with this composition. It is worse than the old school promote style. You just push the map. Anytime someone comes to collapse on top of you, you're supposed to rotate away, and you just win through pushing. And then suddenly 3 keeps are down. And if the fight is forced onto you, look how much stall you have. You have Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. You got shields from Tassadar. Zeratul has Void Prism. Zagara has them all. There's always a way to get away. So as long as TJ White plays that properly, this composition is dumb. It is silly to watch.
But when you think of the initiation that exists with Sundering and what we have here out of Blaze, they certainly have the potential to get those picks, which will be crucial, like you said. Team fight capability much higher on the side of Blaze, just because it's a much more standard composition. But Blaze will be annoyed consistently by all those toxic nests and of the creep tumors from the 2 Zerg heroes that place those all around. And when you've got the Protoss brothers there to constantly be in your face when you're stepping on a toxic nest, or Tassadar to really just give eyes on for your rotations and get the team out of there in those moments, they do have a ton of coverage.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a reason why we stopped running the comp. But while we were getting banned out of it, and if you don't play it right, it can be crushed pretty easily. We'll see how well versed THC White is with this composition. This comp from Blaze is just as standardly brutal as it can get. I mean, I think Yush might be the best Morales in North America. It's between him or Kenma, in my opinion. It's just been a while since I've seen Kenma's Morales in a tournament setting. These 2 guys are so good at Lieutenant Morales. Even Yush in chat is saying it.
THC went full tempo.
Man, we were running this comp so much, man, and it was just... It's dumb. I'm so glad that never went public, because those were the most embarrassing games I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness.
Just like as abusive as you can get. We'll see how this is going to play out. It's definitely a tough composition to execute, and Blaze has experience versus it. This is a best of one though. If you're gonna take out Blaze in a best of one, I mean maybe if it was a different team besides Blaze. Blaze is used to dumb strats because they do them all the time.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. I'm ecstatic for this, man. I don't think I've ever cast this comp. Like you said, I guess Tempo's done it a fair bit in Scrim, but I certainly have not been privy to that. And my expectations are high for the cheese.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Gonna let the teams know we are ready to go. Now this is a best of one, guys. It is best of one until the grand finals, which will be a best of 3.
Correct. So usually, I mean, these days are actually pretty quick with these tournaments because best of one matches, I mean, we consider maybe 30, 40 minutes for your average match. You can expect a 4.5 hour day of esports action, and it should be a lot of fun. I actually have to tweet a picture of this draft out. I'm actually scrambling to do that because
I believe in you, Jake.
I can do it, man. So yeah, do you think THC White can pull it out?
I don't think so. This is a really tough comp to run. We were honestly like grinding this game out a lot in scrims, and we still never got it to the point where it was like consistently like good. You have to know how to play it.
Alrighty, well, we are loading on in to the first game here of this best of one series. THC White busting out those super secret esports strats.
Yeah. Cool. Good thing. A few things to keep in mind with this draft. Jaina's got really good wave clear. She's going to be really good at clearing out just in any rotations for the map. But the more important one is Lunara at level 7 when she gets the 200% increased damage to minions. Her wave clear becomes insane at that point. So
sure.
They have 2 really good wave clear heroes to help deal with this comp. We'll see what exactly THC White wants to do with this. All right, this load screen is getting ridiculous, Jake.
It's fierce. Are we moving? And we are loading in to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Team Blaze on the blue side, and the red side is THC White. Team Higher Consciousness. They just think they're better than us, so yeah. And here we are.
Yes, they do. Here on the left-hand side of the map, Jake, in the blue trunks, it's going to be Team Blaze. Claudia's playing Thrall, Jason on Lunara, Battery playing Murden, Yuge on Lieutenant Morales, and rounding out the team is going to be Rafflecopter playing Jaina.
And on the right side of the map, we do have THC White with Kawhi Rice playing on that Sylvanas. We have Calabunga on Zeratul. Amnesty going to be playing Zagara. Elahheim going to be on Tassadar. And Hyana.
Oh, yeah. One of those names is right. We'll let the chat decide.
Hyana.
Take a look at these talents here. Don't see anything too out of the ordinary, Jake. It's going to be Abathur in that bottom lane.
It is good to point out natural perspective. It's pretty standard, but it also has an added bonus when you're facing something like Zeratul being a bit of a pest. So that's going to be a big benefit, especially since Tassadar is on the opposing side. They don't really have the best lane clear necessarily to get rid of all of those toxic nests or just him in general.
And then we do see it's going to be the W build coming out from Sylvanas getting a lost soul at that tier. It's a little bit better at the poking and the constant sieging down of structure. It can actually do a lot of damage over time. We'll see here. Look how safe that these guys are playing. They're scouting around. Oh, the root does end up catching with Zeratul, but he's going to be just fine. Still has the blink up. It's all about sieging. It's all about just rotating and being as safe as possible.
Yeah, but so far not a whole lot of push out in the lanes yet. It looks like Lunara is holding bottom pretty well on her own, and we have the majority of the rest of the team handling mid and top. As Claudius rotates down, he is greeted by a Zeratul. Does take a good chunk of damage, but remember, Thrall has tons of self-sustain, so he can just safely poke from behind if he desires, but he's going to opt to tap the well pretty early in this game.
pushing in this bottom wall here. It's taking a little bit of damage still. This is going to be a slower game for the most part coming out from these guys, unless we start seeing forced initiations coming out from Blaze. They're doing a good job so far of rotating between the lanes. Kawhi Rice has to be careful, though. His battery on top of him. Haunting Wave goes out. He does end up dodging the Stormbolt there just barely at the last second. Nice jukes coming out from Kawhi. He's not going to go down. And Jason and Claudius are getting bullied pretty hard here. Cowabunga's been doing a good job of helping poke them down with Amnesty down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, the ammunition's gone. I mean, they've really sieged this up effectively very early, and as they continue to get those locusts and just the wave of minions in here, even the roaches coming forward to keep the minions backed up, it's adding up rather quickly, and it will start to snowball now that the ammo is gone. Battery might get Kawhi Rice, but no, Haunting Wave gets him out. But Battery might be the one to fall here, and yes, he does go down to Muradin.
Really quick first blood there onto Muradin. I mean, great juice coming out from Kawhi Rice. He's avoided 2 of those ganks onto him, and a nice turnaround from Cowabunga. And this is going to start getting scary for Blaze. They need to get a foothold in this game. If you let this composition from THC White snowball, it's so hard to come back, even with a late game hero like Jason on Lunara, who just does so much damage. It's going to be tough. We're going to be seeing a look at these level 4 talents. It's going to be Vorpal Blade on Zeratul. And we're seeing Mental Acuity on Tassra for that extra vision. No surprise on those. Usually actually getting really low here in the mid lane. Abathur Hat doing so much. Can Cowabunga get it? And he does with that blink forward. And it does not look like Rafflecopter and Battery are going to be able to get here to catch on Cowabunga here. So that's going to be another kill going over to THC White.
THC White has a really great start to this game, but with this Tassadar going for a not very sustained style.
What?
Man. Cowabunga is bringing the pain on, but hold on. All right, so what I was getting at is Tassadar not really speccing into Leeching Plasma, really get Kala's Embrace even. He's a lone support Tassadar, and although they're not really about that, oh my goodness. Well, if they keep getting kills like this, it doesn't matter, Zoya.
Yeah, you have to. Oh, Claudius goes down too. Wow.
All the gems lost.
You have to respect the Abathur Hat. You cannot be greedy versus the Abathur Zeratul composition. I mean, I know that Yuge was just complaining about having to wake up this early, but come on, man. You know Zeratul Abathur can do this much damage. You guys got to be more careful versus this. Cowabunga can do insane amount of damage, and that's a very quick Web Weaver here for THC White. They've already got some good push in this bottom lane. We'll have to see how far of a lead they can get with this Web Weaver turn in.
Yeah, 5 to 1 in terms of kills. I mean, I don't think a single gem has been turned in by Team Blaze at this point in time. Almost a full level lead for THC White early in the game. That's exactly what they want. They did go for Kala's Embrace, so that will help out a fair bit. And we actually have rapid incubation on Zagara to get herself and self-sustain. But really what's annoying is Vile Nest. At this point in the game, I mean, Zeratul's already getting the picks, but when Abathur has those Vile Nests to really slow the targets that trip up on mines, it's an easy pick for Zeratul.
Yeah, it also allows you to just be so aggressive. I mean, with the creep spread as well as the mines, you're going to know when any gank is coming on you. Tomb of the Spider Queen is such a small map that you can place your mines in easy positions. You can get the creep spread everywhere. You're going to know when a gank is coming 90% of the time, so it allows you to be this aggressive. You see Sylvanas pushing the top lane. You see Tassadar and Zagara, or Zeratul, pushing this bottom lane so aggressively, and they have no fear because look at the vision they have from these heroes. Tassadar with his trait, the Abathur mines, the creep. It's just so hard to get a pick here, but Jason doing a lot of damage to Amnesty there.
All right, so the Mule pickup to trying to sustain through some of these structures because of this push style. It's a smart pickup, and it's already getting a lot of value here in the bottom. Raffle rotating down. They might find Cowabunga out of position. It's Amnesty that's going to get away for sure, but Cowabunga, does he have that blink ready? Yes, getting out of there as the wolf comes out, and Cowabunga will escape.
This shows you how hard it is to catch this composition. I think they got a bit greedy. Claudius did not want to go after Amnesty. Probably was the best option they had, as catching Zeratul would have been a little bit too difficult. About a full level lead right now here for THC White. And take a look at the structures, Jake. I mean, mid wall still stands, yes, but top wall just about to go down, and bottom fort is going to fall. So when you secure a structure, that's going to be huge for these guys. But if it's just left barely alive, that's when Mule gets maximum value. Wow, huge. The body box from Cowabunga, and Amnesty zoning out Jason to come in from the flank. Great plays coming out from THC White.
He predicted the moment the mine went out, he blinked forward to get those body blocks and make sure he could get the kill. Really, really well played by Cowabunga. And that's, you know, while Medic's down, sure, she can't heal, but she also can't drop that Mule in optimal time. And they need to keep these structures as healthy as possible against a comp like this, because level 10 is just around the corner.
Level 10 is here, guys. I know this is a weird composition, but we will not be seeing possession today. It will be a whale. I mean, I hope it's Wailing Arrow. You don't go full silly with
Okay.
this. No Night Storm as well. Yeah, standard heroics there. Going to be Devouring Maw, Void Prison, Fourth Wall, and Wailing Arrow as well as Ultimate Evolution. You can just see how much disengage they have with just the 3 heroics between Zeratul, Zagara, and Tassadar.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
certainly a
battery.
lot. He's getting very low. He's got the shield there from Medic, able to keep him topped off, and those heals will really bring him back up to full. And they're really just trying to soak for level 10. Lunara is holding bottom. That Mule has actually just about healed up bottom back to full, which is a big deal. That was their one structure that was really in a bad spot. And they're starting to stabilize. Level 10, they're going to have a much stronger team fight compared to what we see on the side of THC White.
Well, you see Rice trying to bully them out of here. He does dodge another Stormbolt there. I don't know if that one's actually a dodge, though. Battery kind of mistimed that. Was expecting the haunt him a bit sooner there. Level 10 almost here for Blaze. They're trying to get a turn in here. Battery has a lot of gems on him. He's desperately wanting to drop those off, as if he dies with those, it's going to be a huge loss to Blaze. He's being zoned out right now, and that should be the next turn in here for Blaze as they do secure themselves level 10. Let's see what they can do with this push.
This is their first turn in. They're actually quite lucky they got that, because only 4 more gems are needed to turn in for a second Web Weaver on the side of THCY. So that's actually a nice big win for them, especially as they grab level 10. But what will that last heroic be for Muradin? Or not Muradin, excuse me, Medic.
It should be Stimdrone for Lunara.
You'd think so. She's holding it. There it is, Stimdrone.
Oh, there's the Web Weavers. Claudia's pushing this top lane here. Collapse coming in the mid, though, pretty hard. Nice. Oh, I was barely avoiding the Stormbolt there. Elohim just barely surviving. If he would have got hit by the sun, he probably would have died. Level 12 almost here for THCY. They're trying their best to soak this out here.
So many whiffed abilities in Zeratul. It's ridiculous. And they actually spend a Sundering with no follow-up. Very sloppy here from Team Blaze. The Wailing goes out. Not really a huge value on that. Cowabunga blinking back in. Oh, that was using the Vorpal Blade. And he does get over the wall with his blink, so he is safe. But that was a sloppy chase out of Team Blaze.
Yeah, really interesting Wailing Arrow coming out from Rice as well. Don't know if it was needed to keep anyone alive. We're be seeing 70 seconds until that hero gets back up. Stormbolt goes out on the Zara. Nice force wall from Elohim. They can class take the long way. Cowabunga's deep in the backline. A 2-man log connects there, and they have to be careful. Cowabunga has to get out of their battery with the Stimdrone, as well as the heals from Muse, trying to back out. Honora very deep with that Abathur clone.
The mines!
No, the mines end up killing Lunara, though. Honora is about to lose that clone. Claudius is going to
No, the mine on Claudius!
20 gems. Huge is going to go down. Is this going to be a full wipe here? Battery being chased. And no, they're not going to be able to get Battery, but look how many gems they lost, Jake.
Oh, the mines went absolutely devastating, and Battery is locked in here, but he does manage to dwarf toss over the wall. Raffle going to try to clean up these low targets with a huge blizzard. Will crash. Get one. Stormbolt on Zeratul. That could be 2. Oh, the shields from Elohim at the last moment with Kala's Embrace. Is it enough to keep him alive with Abathur Head? And he does get out.
Oh, man. Only Zagara dying. I mean, you got too greedy there. You almost lost multiple heroes there. Really lucky that THC White only lost that Zag there. But they get themselves the 3rd tournament of the game here, 2nd for them. And we'll see what damage they can do with this. As they're about to hit level 13, they're about a full level ahead still. We'll see what damage they can do. They still haven't taken any forts yet, which is normally not a good sign for this composition.
Right. That's a good
usually
point.
the siege is just a little bit better, and that just shows you the power of Mule. That bottom fort, Jake, it's fully healed up now.
Yeah, it's true, but they are up 9-2, so it is a nice, at least moral victory for them, but the later this game gets, the less effective that style of play is going to be, because once we see a big superior team fight with the power of Web Weavers at the hands of Blaze, it could be disastrous for THC White, because they don't have a Mule. They only have aggression, but it's working out as Lunara goes down in the bottom lane.
And this should be able to secure themselves with their first fort with the Web Weaver here and a 3-man push. That is 100% going down. First structure not going to be able to be saved by this Mule. Top lane does get cleaned out by Battery, Rafflecopter, and Huge. Middle gets played out by Claudius. So still keeping 2 forts is still a pretty good position to be in for Blaze. I just seem to find a way to get momentum and start getting in front of this siege from THC White.
All right, well, the Web Weavers have been cleaned up. The first fort down is quite nice. 13 for both teams, so let's take a look at those talents. We do see the Mutalisk. Wormhole there for Zeratul to make him even harder to catch and lock down. Prescience for the Super Sustain there for Tassadar, as we expected. And Bombard Strain on Abathur to really make that push obnoxious.
Unfair advantage going to help out a lot for Lunara. It's 50% more damage to heroes that are slowed, and when you got that Jaina on your team, well, guess what? Most of the heroes are going to be slowed, so a lot of extra damage coming out from Jason at this tier. And they're on even footing here. They're looking to force a fight. They get the stun onto Zagara here. It's only Jason with him, but Jason's got enough damage on his own to get him immediately to half health. And no kill just yet for Blaze. The siege is still happening. There's 58 gems on the end of Blaze. They're wanting to get a turn in here, but it's so hard with this vision. And Yush taking a lot of damage. They're going deep with the double Abathur. The VP goes down. That's going to be the death of the real Zeratul, not the clone.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Getting the big, blow up there early. We do see the clone will finally expire as it goes down. Ice Block keeping Ralph alive for the time being. The poke there from Claudius with Chain Lightning whittling down Tassadar, forcing him to back up. He doesn't really have a lot of self-sustain like other healers. So as they start to get weak in the health pools, without leeching plasma, they really cannot heal up like other compositions would be able to.
We do see Zagara ends up going down. Another good kill coming out from Blaze. And they're going to be able to try and get a turn in here. They definitely have enough gems, and yes, that will be their second turn in this game. And we'll see if they can get even on experience with this push. They're getting closer and closer because of these kills they're getting. And the bottom fort is exposed, mid fort is exposed, as well as top. So if they play this right, this could be a triple fort situation. Claudius is really overextended, though. Cowabunga not willing to dive too deep for that kill, though. And looks like we'll see what's going to happen with this push, Jake.
Yeah, it's definitely a big moment here. They need to get down some forts. They need to catch up for level 16, and they certainly have the potential to do that. All 5 heroes up for each team, half a level before we have those 16-tier talents for THC White. The Blaze needs to be cautious of those Zeratul flanks.
Yeah, it's so close to 16. Will they be able to get it? Middle fort is taking some damage here. The stun goes out on the Sylvanas. Haunting Wave not coming out. That's going to be a dead Kawhi Rise. That is
beautiful Sundering.
Yeah,
that Sundering, I mean, a lot of people think you need to hit 3 to 4 targets with a Sundering. But if you can kill one hero to guarantee that your team's going to get more value out of the Web Weavers, it is so worth it. And that Sundering did exactly that.
Claudius was looking for the Abathur in the bottom, did not get there in time as he did burrow back. Cowabunga pushing this top lane, or defending against his top lane, and that's going to be 16 first for Blaze, so now for the first time in this game they have an experience lead.
Yeah.
We'll see what talents they're going to end up picking up here, waiting for the level 16 talents here for THC White, and right now the teams are on even tier. At one point, I believe THC White had a level and a half lead.
They did. They were well up there, but that's the power of a big push with Web Weavers. Like we said, they got 3 forts in one push, and that is going to turn the experience rather substantially. So now at level 16, we're seeing Starward Spear. This is going to make Lunara so much safer for her poke. Numbing Blast. I mean, that Zeratul, he's been getting away from a lot of really cheeky situations, but now that root could really end his ability to do that by a significant amount. And Thrall is going the sustain style with Spell Shield and Forked Lightning that we've seen become more and more popular over the last few weeks.
Well, Void Prison goes down. They're trying to force a fight out of this. A lot of damage going down the Jaina. Ice Block popped very early there. Rampacop is trying to get back. Good heals from Yush. But the Maw catching 3 members
that's 2
there.
kills.
And this is really bad for Blaze right now. Jason's going to go down, as well as Thrall and Jaina. That's 3 members down. Yush not going to get away from Cowabunga. Only Battery survives. What an amazing engagement coming out from THC White.
Yeah, just the follow-up. I mean, Maw force wall, and then it all started with the Void Prison. Just worked beautifully. Battery is just in a full-on retreat, popping every cooldown he can to try to get away from this. Sure, there's not a lockdown to stop him, so he should be escaping, but he cannot stop this push here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, this is just so much. Battery's going to come in for some light poke just to stall this out, make them not attack the wall for a few seconds. But the front wall is going to go down. And what they're trying to do with this is open up core, Jake. There's the option to go for multiple forts, get more of an experience lead. But right now, their only plan here is to just have a backdoor option for the core. Avatar popped surprisingly early there, like he was wanting to try and force a fight, but Battery doesn't stun anymore. You can't try and do that as often. They're going for the chase, though. Cowabunga's completely Jake.
Yeah, this is good that he's low on mana to try to get the kill. They're going to have the clone there to stall for a little while, so at least heroic for heroic in terms of Battery's Avatar, but Battery can't really do anything. His mana is just about gone. The Force Wall is keeping Cowabunga staying alive. The poke here from Jason is good, but Jason is so low himself. If he steps past this wave of minions, he's taking damage from them on his own, and that is a big threat, so Medic has to get the heals there immediately.
And this is 16 tier 4 Abathur, Jake. You got the Locust Brood. Look at that top fort is just about to go down. I mean, look at how long that we were in that bottom lane. From the fight from the bottom keep to the fight to the bottom left keep, all the way across back. In that time, Abathur was able to secure himself a fort. And that just shows you the power of this split push build from him. Does so much damage. Battery going to turn in 20 gems of his own. They do not have enough for a turn in of their own. Or THC. They're 5 gems away, Jake. And they will have their next web weavers.
Yeah, 5 more gems collected. It's certainly very close, but the Mule is doing this job dutifully here in the bottom. I mean, that keep did take a lot of damage from that push when everyone was down except for Muradin. And the moment Medic realized the keep was safe, that Mule was there to top it off, and it will return to full health very soon. So they are stabilizing a bit. They haven't lost any critical structures quite yet, and they're looking for a fight now that they're back at full power. They just need to be so cautious about clumping against Void Prison again, because that absolutely ruined them in that last team fight.
The composition at THC is all about decision making and getting the most value possible, Jake. And it really was a very bad call for THC to go push that bottom keep. We knew the timers on Team Blaze. We knew that THC was not going to be able to secure that keep with the time they had, and the value of the Mule completely negating that push. I feel like they should have pushed any of the other forts, maybe gone down mid with Abathur pushing top. But Blaze starting this boss in the top, Jake, is at half HP. Cowabunga gets caught in a root. Rafflecopter caught outside with a force wall, though. They're going to get a kill on him. Ice block is used very quickly. Battery very low, but going for Zagara, and Zagara is going to end up going down, as well as Zeratul. And he's still alive. The Jaina is still alive. Rafflecopter just finally ends up going down. The stun, though, from the boss just barely avoids Jason. Honora going to lose his Abathur clone. Yu's doing the best he can keep him alive, but Yu's just going to fall as well. Jason trying to secure this boss. Can Kawhi Rice and Lom get on the point? And no, the boss is going to go over to Blaze, but can they get Jason? Kawhi Rice is diving deep for it. Elohim gets stunned. He has to use the spaceship. Was this a mistake from THC? They do get Jason, but they're going to lose both their members potentially. Honda Wave does not get him over the wall, and Kawhi is going to go down. Will Tassadar be able to...
Oh my god!
Battery gets out. No, he's going to go down, and Kawhi being just about to throw all the...
Dude, Abathur had...
against the bolt, but he is going to go down.
Oh, what an insane, absolutely bizarre fight. They threw so much focus at Jaina, but the VP just barely clipped the edge of the ice block, extending its duration for a long time, and he was just completely invulnerable for what seemed like 10 full seconds. Abathur, on the head of Sylvanas, kept her alive, won out the fight, well, even out the fight after the boss was picked up, so Thrall's trying to trade out this top keep, but the push of Abathur successfully destroyed the bottom keep. So it's very even trades, might be keep for keep, 4 heroes for 4 heroes, absolute insanity.
Quiet Rice definitely could survive there. They did hit 20 in the middle of that fight. We saw him bolt. I think if he would have bolted any other direction besides the one he did, he could have gotten away from Thrall. So unfortunate there that Kawhi did end up going down. So if 4 for 4 exchange there, Abathur not being in the fight, hard to end up killing him off. And the keep doesn't fall, Jake. That is huge. That is such a big moment for THC.
Yeah, and that's the power of Abathur. He was able to rotate up to top after taking out bottom, get a few minions to help that out, throw his hat on the keep to help sustain through it. And it was enough to make the difference, because here they are, but level 20 has been reached here by Team Blaze. We do see the double bolt, the rewind on Muradin for the double storm bolt. We have the Forest's Wrath and additional duration and range there for the Thornwood Vines, and of course 2.0 on the reactor. That is absolutely massive for Medic.
Rewind's definitely going to be the go-to talent for most Muradins now. Before, you used to see a lot of Hardened Shield, but with the change to Avatar, where it's more tanky now, you don't necessarily need the Hardened Shield, and we're starting to see, specifically from Blaze as well as Cloud9, a lot Rewind get picked up, and it's devastating. The double Stormbolt, if you get that on a squishy target like Zagara or Jaina, you can secure your team so many kills with a well-placed, combo, especially with Thunderstrike at 13. You get the whole combo going, and it does a lot of damage, and it's really good. So I'm really happy to see the Rewind pick up here from Muradin.
Okay, the Wisp gets blown up. There's a lot of vision from Zagara just between the roaches and the creep. They're just trying to get in those last 16 gems. There is more than enough in the pocket for both teams at this point in time, and that's why the turn-ins are such a pivotal part of the map. But Jaina is not here. Jaina and Lenora both not present for this fight. The Maw going down. Yuge separated in the back, and Yuge will get blown up very early. Sundering is not going to be enough here.
Rafflecopter going for Zagara, but being zoned out by Element's team, not going to go down. The VP in the backline, and the rest of THC White's here. Bailey's go inside the VP. Jason immediately gets evaporated. Claudius and Rafflecopter trying to get out, but there we go. Vorpal Blade from Cowabunga is going to secure a kill onto Thrall and Jake. The core is exposed, and there are 5 members still standing here for the for THC White. Now they're going to go ahead and secure themselves the turn in, but with 30 seconds or 40 seconds on Yuge and 50 seconds on Lunara, this could be game. It looks like they're going to be pushing that bottom lane with the Web Weavers.
I have to be critical on Blaze. I have no idea why they thought they could split up in a situation like that. Turning in is absolutely critical. They left their 2 primary damages alone, and they were in plain sight of the minions of THC White, so THC White engaged immediately and took complete advantage of that. Now Blaze is stuck in a bad spot. This 2v5 where Jaina is just about dead. She's very low, trying to kite back. Even Battery will end up falling, and this could be game in the round 1 with a big upset. Team Blaze just falling in the finals yesterday in qualifier number 6 to Cloud9 might go out in the first round of qualifier number 7, Zoya.
The combo goes down, though. They don't have a true support, so they're all very, very low, but the Web Weavers are still healthy. Great juice from Cowabunga. If Lunara was the one to res with Yuge, that might have been enough damage to clear it up, but it doesn't matter. THC White, with this split push, no tank style, is going to knock Blaze out of the tournament, Jake. Oh, man. You know, it's... I have to be critical on both teams. THCY definitely had lots of moments where they were not playing this composition right at all. You know, their early game, they didn't handle that perfectly. Their team fighting was okay at times, but they tried to force a lot of fights that they shouldn't. And then Blaze, I mean, there were so many missed skill shots this game from Blaze.
Yeah, there was. I mean, the number of Wolves and Cone of Colds and Storm Bolts that I saw flying out after Zeratul not connecting was, you could probably add it over 10. Like, within the first 10 minutes of the game. And that's not something you see a lot of generally. I know some of these players aren't used to being up this early, but definitely some missed opportunities. But either way, very well played there by THC White, Jake. Upsetting Blaze. Very fun game.
Missed opportunities, just like those Storm Bolts. Yeah, it was a really fun game. THC White's going to move on. They will be playing... I lost my bracket. Give me a second.
Yeah, I also lost my bracket.
1 second, chat.
Exclamation
THC
point bracket.
will be playing the winner
Panda
of
Global.
Frodo and Arc 1. Panda Global is already playing Mr. Durs, so we might be able to jump into their set. I don't know if you want to like try and hop on.
Well, we don't know like if it's already started. They're best of 1, so usually they get rolling pretty quickly. So, yeah, it's. Wait, what?
Well, we'll figure out where we're gonna go.
Yeah, we're gonna
break.
Yeah, we'll go to a quick commercial break to just figure out our next matchup, guys. So thanks for bearing with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes. And remember, if you're a follower of the channel, you have a chance of winning a Magni Muradin skin bundle during every commercial break, and that will be announced in the chat. Stay tuned.
Type #waffle.